Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm Ron Nicoletti. It is a spectacular Thursday afternoon. We're kicking off a special 5-day holiday week. Let's go to Pete Aiello with those track and weather conditions.
9 races to get the Memorial Day week of racing underway. 5 days on the racing calendar this week. Beautiful weather conditions for horse racing with a fast main track and a firm turf course. Temperatures in the mid-80s. First of the day over the turf at a mile and a 16th. Claimers in for a price tag of $20,000. Scratch number 9, Sky Chaser, a field of 8. First race favorites included the 4, Zal's Dreams, and number 6, Early Time.
Racing at Gulfstream. From between horses, here's City Kitty gets the first call. Up on her outside, Zal's Dreams. Widest of all in the early stages will be Zodiac Princess, who's keyed up and marching forward 5 wide. The early trailer is Poesia. They charge into that first turn, and from the outside gate, it's Zodiac Princess intent on getting over and having the lead, and she'll do both. Racing ahead of Here's City Kitty, who settles in second. Zal's Dreams is now third from Courtesy Notice in fourth. At the inside, that's La Serenita. Racing fifth for Jaramillo and about 5 lengths behind, with Early Time, the favorite for company on the outside. She's third last, ahead of Colonel's Daughter, and trailing the field is Poesia. 24 seconds for the opening quarter speed. Down the backstretch they run. Zodiac Princess trying to back it down in the second quarter and leads the length and a quarter. Zal's Dreams works between horses for Prado, 3 wide Courtesy Notice. Here's City Kitty losing a bit of ground while leaving the rail open for La Serenita. Early Time is 3 wide and needs racing room. 2 better than Colonel's Daughter, and Poesia is last. Separated by 6 in the run to the far turn. The opening half mile was 49 and 3. There's 3 furlongs left to go. And up front, Zodiac Princess has her first challenge from Zal's Dreams, who bids up within a neck of the lead. 3 wide. Courtesy Notice having to cover ground. Early Time drafting in behind the speed, and the Aqua Colors about 2 lengths off the lead while looking for racing room. Colonel's Daughter is 4 wide, and they're at the top of the stretch. Zal's Dreams gets first run, but Early Time is loose now. Toward the inside, and Zodiac Princess down the stand side. Colonel's Daughter with some momentum. Final eighth of a mile converging on Zal's Dreams. Colonel's Daughter powers past under Leonel Reyes and takes the lead. It's Colonel's Daughter in front. Zal's Dreams second, Early Time third. Here's City Kitty fourth, ahead of Zodiac Princess in 1:43 and 1.
4-1 winner to start the afternoon is number 5, Colonel's Daughter. Runs down the leaders inside the final 16th of a mile, posting the W under jockey Leonel Reyes for trainer Juan Carlos Sevilla and DeLuca and Son Stable. Second, the 4, Zal's Dreams, and third, number 6, Early Time. Go to the second race and start the early pick 4, 6 furlongs over the main track. Maiden Claimers in for a price tag of $12,500. Scratch number 7, Vina, a field of 6. All the money for number 1, My Switcheroo.
And they're off. Beautiful start for My Switcheroo, and she'll be fast enough to be forwardly placed today. From between horses, Chantilly Lily on the comeback try is up to challenge. 3 wide third is the newcomer Victoria's Smile, working 2.5 clear of My Sebastiana. Then it's Bally's Dream, and Tessaroo is last of the 6 as My Switcheroo gets clear again. My Switcheroo and Jeffrey Sanchez with the money on. They lead by a length and a half over Chantilly Lily in second. Victoria's Smile on the outside third. Back to fourth in My Sebastiana, then it's Bally's Dream, and Tessaroo is last. 22 and 4 for a reasonable opening quarter speed inside 3 furlongs from home. My Switcheroo in control of her own fate. She leads the race at the 5/16 by a length and a half. Chantilly Lily is second, toward the outside. Victoria's Smile third. At the inside, My Sebastiana tries to rally from fourth through a 46 and 3/2 mile. Off the turn in the stretch drive, and My Switcheroo now opens to a 5-length lead. Up into second, My Sebastiana challenging with Chantilly Lily down the stand side and Victoria's Smile, but they're all left in the odds-on wake of My Switcheroo, who takes a knee and runs out the clock. My Switcheroo by many. Second, My Sebastiana. Third, Chantilly Lily. Fourth was Victoria's Smile, then Bally's Dream.
Number 1, My Switcheroo, took a class tumble last time out, but moved to the turf. Now stays at the same level, but moves to the main track, and that proved a popular win as she goes all the way under jockey Jeffrey Sanchez as the odds-on favorite for Stanley Gold and Michael Bernard. Second, the 3, My Sebastiana, and third was the 2, Chantilly Lily. We'll be right back.
The best chance for success begins with a solid foundation. At Hart Acre Farm, early personal one-on-one care starts the journey to becoming a champion. Bred to leading stallions, our mares represent the highest standards. Hart Acre Farm's signature in the breeding industry. Based in Ocala, Florida, breeder and owner Amy Tarrant has inspired excellence throughout her entire career. In your quest for success, start with Hart Acre Farm, breeding the champions of tomorrow.
Back now for race number 3 of the afternoon, 5 furlongs on turf. Allowance optional claiming event for Florida-bred fillies and mares. Field of 7 favorites the 5, Sugar Bolt.
And they're off. Good start out wide for All About Stella, but there's the favorite Sugar Bolt alongside, and these two have enough speed to get over, and they work 2.5 clear of Dahlonega, who comes away third. True Heiress is back to fourth. Out wide is Magic 2, then from between horses Lady Greatness, and at the rail Taylor is in orbit. They speed past the half mile and move to the far turn. Sugar Bolt on the inside, All About Stella on the outside. Their heads apart and 3 better than Dahlonega, who's trying to reap the spoils while third. Up the inside, Lady Greatness claims fourth from True Heiress, who's back to fifth. Then Taylor's in orbit and Magic 2. 22 seconds for the opening quarter speed, less than a quarter of a mile to go. All About Stella on the outside. Sugar Bolt cuts the corner, tries to fight a bit more on the inside. These two now an eighth of a mile from home and 2 clear of Dahlonega third. Late run from Taylor's in orbit. Final eighth of a mile on the outside. All About Stella toward the rail. It's still Sugar Bolt right alongside. Dahlonega surges on the outside. That is way too close to call. Dahlonega put her best foot forward to photo with Sugar Bolt and All About Stella in 56-1.
Number 2, Dahlonega looked to be part of the pace in here, but instead Pedro Monterrey Jr. got a tracking spot behind dueling leaders. In the end, that was the difference maker as she gets up to win in a narrow fashion for trainer Barry Croft and owner Ed Frady. Once again, it's a heads-up ride from Pedro Monterrey Jr., the daughter of Adios Charlie Dahlonega, a 9-2 winner. We go to the 4th race now, maiden claimers at $16,000 claiming price, 6.5 furlongs the journey. Scratch the 5, Determined Boy, a field of 8. Favorites were 6, Royal Duke, and 8, Just Do the Math.
Newcomer Sheldor was a step slow to go, and so was Royal Duke. It was a great start today for Just Do the Math, who's headed out for the early lead. Away in second is War Havoc with Lawyer Drill at the inside third. Followed fourth by Warrior Spirit, racing ahead of Very Amusing. In between horses, Royal Duke. Splitting horses is Sheldor, and Crafty Willie is last. Down the backstretch they go. At 2-1, Zayas puts Just Do the Math on the lead and leads by 2 over War Havoc second, Lawyer Drill third. Up on the outside, here's a move from Very Amusing all the way up into second. Trying to follow that move is Warrior Spirit. Then it's Royal Duke ahead of Sheldor, and at the back, Crafty Willie. 22-3 for the opening quarter speed. Very Amusing all the way up to within a length of the lead now as Just Do the Math still is in front. Launching his bid from third is Warrior Spirit, working 3 ahead of Lawyer Drill, then Royal Duke, and they're at the top of the stretch. There's a quarter of a mile left to go. Very Amusing in the 2 path toward the rail. Just Do the Math, widest of all, and Warrior Spirit. These 3 off the top of the turn, but Very Amusing doing the best work at this stage, and he leads the race by 2. Warrior Spirit is second. Just Do the Math is now third, then Royal Duke, and that appears the way they'll run, as it's all about Very Amusing and Hyro Rendon, who made a sharp move around the turn. They won by 5. Warrior Spirit second. Just Do the Math was third, then Royal Duke in 117 flat.
Number 8, Just Do the Math, broke a lot better than he did in his career debut. He made an easy lead, but it was still not enough. As number 9, Very Amusing, comes off the turf, takes a bit of a class hike off the freshening, and runs up the score. Hyro Rendon, the winning rider for Dave Casson and Larry Fogel. 4, Warrior Spirit second. 8, Just Do the Math, ran third. We go to the 5th race now and start today's late pick 5. Race 5 on the turf at a mile and 16. Claimers in for $12,500. A late rider change on number 3, Paint the Corners, to Victor LeBron. She was the betting favorite.
And they're off. Bad start for Weekend Appeal. She's 3 lengths last. Good start for Big Darling and Stay Safe Kitten. They're the first 2 to begin. Paint the Corners comes away in a good spot early. She'll land third. La Pulga is next, and from between horses goes Voila, La Victoire. Rendon has our closure toward the rail, racing ahead of both Vineyard Nina and along the trail, and the early trailer is Weekend Appeal. They circle the first turn, chasing Big Darling on the comeback try. She gets the lead, racing ahead of Stay Safe Kitten second. 3 wide third is Paint the Corners. All the way up into fourth is our closure, and she hasn't left the rail. Back to fifth and Voila, La Victoire. Then it's La Pulga, racing ahead of Vineyard Nina and along the trail, and Weekend Appeal is last. 23-4 for the opening quarter speed, just more than 5 furlongs left to race. Up front, Big Darling has the lead a half a length. Here's some pace pressure from Stay Safe Kitten in second. Paint the Corners is third. Our Closure at the rail is now fourth, 2 better than Voila La Victoire, who watches the action while fifth and about 5 lengths off the lead. It's a big gap now to Vineyard Nina and La Pulga with Weekend Appeal and along the trail at the back. 3/8 of a mile remains, 47-4 for the opening half mile. There goes Paint the Corners, and there goes Stay Safe Kitten, and they both make moves to the top. Big Darling is all in. Our Closure comes off the fence now. She's 3 wide after Paint the Corners just made the front. Trying to run home from the back is Vineyard Nina with 1/4 of a mile left to go. 3/4, 112 flat in the wrap, the top of the stretch. LeBron sets sail with Paint the Corners. She has a 4-length head start on Our Closure, who is now second. These two well clear of the others, less than 1/8 to go. Paint the Corners, 2.5. Our Closure second, well clear of the others. Paint the Corners by 2, and she's in front by enough. Paint the Corners gets the job done. Our Closure second, well clear of Vineyard Nina, then La Pulga, and Big Darling, 141-2.
Jockey Edgar Zayas was sick prior to the running of today's 5th race, had to give up the call on 3 Paint the Corners. Victor LeBron said, "Thank you very much. Starter of Tisway is far too good for the competition," getting the job done for the new connections of Frank Calabrese and Safi Joseph Jr. The other favorite, number 4, Our Closure, completes a formful exacta ahead of the 7 Vineyard Nina, who ran third. Time for a commercial timeout. The late pick 4 comes your way right after this.
And they're off in the Princess Rudy with 1/4 mile left to go. 4 off the top of the turn. Race for the Kathleen O'Connell barn in front by 5 with just 1/8 of a mile to go. And she's turning in this into a runaway. The powerhouse performance. She punches her ticket to the Breeders' Cup and wins by 5.
And Gulfstream is pulling away. Gulfstream blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Awesome again has won. Gulfstream kicking clear. Judy the Beauty.
Back now for race number 6 of the afternoon. Start of the late pick 4, 7 furlongs the journey. These are fillies and mares in for an optional price tag of $10,000. A field of 6 signed on. The favorites were number 4, Rainfall, and number 5, Amaluna.
And they're off. Breaking between horses and shuffled back a bit was Rainfall, as Body High gets the best of the beginning, and down at the inside, Queen Roller moves to challenge. These two racing ahead of Rainfall, who's now in the purple on the outside third. Salsarita is next, and Dorothy from Dublin between horses. The early trailer is the stretch-running Amaluna. She's about 7 lengths behind. Down the backstretch they go with Queen Roller putting up the numbers, 1.5 lengths better than Body High second. Salsarita is in range third, so is Rainfall from fourth. Dorothy from Dublin is between horses in fifth, and then let's see, it's a gap of another 7 to Amaluna. 23 seconds for the opening quarter, and up front, Queen Roller has everything her own way and leads the race by 2. Body High second, Dorothy from Dublin now third. From the outside, Rainfall is fourth, retreating is Salsarita. And let's see, no panic buttons yet for Amaluna, but she's a long way behind through a 46-second half mile. Up front, Queen Roller left on the board at 4-1, has a 5-length lead and 1/4 of a mile to get. Toward the inside, Dorothy from Dublin fully stretched to try to get into second. Amaluna's underway, but she's still better than 7 or 8 lengths off the lead with just 1/8 of a mile to go. Up front, Queen Roller by 4. Amaluna is in high gear. She's charging when it matters, but time is ticking away. It's Queen Roller in front. Amaluna's out of time. Queen Roller all the way. Amaluna second, Body High third, then Dorothy from Dublin in 123-2.
Number 4, Rainfall, just not in the right position early, and number 5, Amaluna, way too far back. In the end, it was the 9-5 morning line favorite who went off 4-1 and went gate to wire. It was 2, Queen Roller, who gets the job done. Her owner-trainer, Jessica Capitelli, and winning jockey, Luca Panici. 5, Amaluna was second. 6, Body High ran third. We go to the 7th race of the afternoon, the start of the late pick 3 on turf at about 7.5 furlongs. Claimers in for $12,500. Luca Panici on the 1, Alvaro Denise on the 2. Scratch the 6, 11, and 14.
And they're off. From the center, code 77, one of the first to break the line. Spinos has speed. Mr. Dewey at the rail away in the top flight. Marching forward on the outside is Son of Greatness. And in between horses, that's Shanghai Noon. They're 5 across the course and backing off some now in the charge around the first turn. With the inside edge, it's the gray, Mr. Dewey, to lead a half a length over Spinos in second. Mexican Lucky third, code 77 is between horses. Shanghai Noon is 3 wide while fifth. Back to sixth and 4 wide is Son of Greatness. Then it's Armchair Jockey down toward the rail, only about 4 lengths off the lead. In between horses goes Snoring Barth. Didn't Do It is on the outside, widest of all in fact. 3 wide is Source Control in that cluster, and then it's a length and a half to the trailer, the gray Zacapa Run. They make their way down the backstretch to the opening quarter in 23-1, and up front, it's still Mr. Dewey now to almost 2 lengths in front. Shanghai Noon is there second. Armchair Jockey improves out the rail. Code 77 now sent 3 wide for a 4-turn bid. Snoring Barth is at the rail following Armchair Jockey with Didn't Do It. Trying to run home from the back is Source Control. Mexican Lucky is plummeted, and Zacapa Run has been last throughout, and Mr. Dewey trying to win it right now. Mr. Dewey and Panici off the turn with a 3-length lead. Armchair Jockey and Hyro Rendon toward the rail, now a joint second. Trying to run home from the back is Shanghai Noon, wide on the course in Source Control. Up the rail and Snoring Barth with 1/8 of a mile to go. Armchair Jockey putting his best foot forward now to take the lead. Mr. Dewey is back to second. The rest just have too much to do. Sharp off the shelf. Give it to Armchair Jockey and Hyro Rendon to win by 3 in the end. Very close for second, either Snoring Barth or Source Control in 1:29 flat.
Number 4, Armchair Jockey, comes back ready to roll off the extended vacation, well prepared by the team of Mike Maker for Ken and Sarah Ramsey. And Hyro Rendon on turf again. The public is still not caught on. A $21 winner, Armchair Jockey, in race number 7. Second, number 12, Source Control ahead of the 9, Snoring Barth, who ran third. Time for commercial timeout, the late daily double, and a heavy favorite right after this.
Whether you're at home or at the track, have a stake in the race when you bet with ExpressBet. Sign up for an ExpressBet online betting account and receive up to a $500 sign-up bonus.
Back now for race number 8 on the program. First half of the late daily double. Claimers in for a price tag of $6,250. They go 1 mile over the main track. Scratch the 9, Bourbon Trace. All eyes on number 1. Is That Magic?
And they're off. Breaking outward at the start was Buenamosa. Breaking quickly from the inside was Sonoma Storm, who's headed off for the early lead. Here's the favorite, Is That Magic, put into play early today with Perfect State between horses. Away racing fourth is Buenamosa, followed by Trini Pleasure. She's in the top flight as the pace slows early. Gap of 3 to Trusty Conta. Racing at the back of the field are Casual Carol and Little Neck. Out of the chute and onto the main course, and with the advantage now, Buenamosa and Rios out in the center of the course through a 24-2 opening quarter. Now Perfect State kicks on with it. In between horses, Trini Pleasure now second, Buenamosa back to third. Is That Magic as the 1-2 favorite is fourth and starting to improve down toward the rail. Racing ahead of Sonoma Storm, then Trusty Conta. Second last, Little Neck, the trailer, Casual Caro. Half a mile away, and Richard Mitchell and Perfect State have the lead. Vasquez getting into the clear with Is That Magic, and the favorite has no excuse from there. Back to third goes Trini Pleasure, back to fourth and driven Buenamosa. Trying to run home from the back is Little Neck with Trusty Conta, then Casual Caro, and Sonoma Storm plummets to last. 5/16 to go, and the favorite just took the lead. Is That Magic went 47-4 for a half mile. She's a quarter of a mile from home, and she now starts to open up. Back to second is Perfect State while fully stretched. Here's a late run from Little Neck at a big number all the way up into third, inside of Trezzy Pleasure with 1/8 of a mile left. Is That Magic has work to do as Little Neck is on the march on the outside. Back to third and Perfect State, 16th to go. Is That Magic by 2.5. Little Neck's going to make this rather close. Is That Magic, Little Neck? Is That Magic does enough. Little Neck back second, well clear of Trini Pleasure third, then Perfect State fourth in 1:40
Favorite gets the job done in today's 8th race with number 1, Is That Magic, holding off an on-rushing Little Neck for the money. Miguel Vasquez on board this daughter of First Dude for John Vincent and Elaine Vincent. 5, Little Neck comes up with a huge try to get second, ahead of number 7, Trini Pleasure, who ran third. We go to the 9th and final race, a very competitive maiden claiming race at 6 furlongs. Fillies and mares race for a claiming price of $35,000. Scratch the 1, Stoney's Monkey. Rider change on 10, Incredible Miss to Luca Panici. This was a wide open betting race.
And runners away. Toward the inside, She's Such a Knockout gets the first call, but here's Girl Gone Astray, and this newcomer has some pop, and she'll be up to challenge for the lead. Away in third is Too Much Minutia. Down inside goes Trieste. Out wide on the course, it's Cultural Mandate, racing lengths better than Incredible Miss, who's mid-flight and 6 lengths behind. Dixieland Humor is next at the rail, racing ahead of Only in August, and Miami Rose with Tis Two Ways far back. 22 and 4 for the opening quarter. Around the far turn they go. After an early tussle with Girl Gone Astray, She's Such a Knockout now takes an outright lead. Cultural Mandate is second. Trieste third. Miami Rose up on the outside now claiming third. Trying to run home from the back is Dixieland Humor. Also in the back markers, an Incredible Miss trying to get a rally going with a quarter of a mile left to go. Jaramillo and She's Such a Knockout turn first through a 46 and 2/2 mile. Miami Rose is fully stretched and Panici has Incredible Miss in good stride. She's down the center toward the rail in Trieste. 1/8 of a mile to go. She's Such a Knockout now by 4. Nobody can catch her. She's Such a Knockout comes ready to roll and lands the knockout punch. She'll win it gate to wire by about 5 in the end. Miami Rose is second ahead of Incredible Miss third. Too Much Minutia finish fourth in 1:11 and 4.
Number 3, She's Such a Knockout gets half the morning line odds. One off at 3-1 here today from the 6-1 morning line. That was smart money as the daughter of Cantharos proves too good under Amisael Jaramillo. For an underrated conditioner and Monty Thomas and owners Anthony Robinson, Cynthia Ballinger, and Dennis Payne. Rainbow Six shows multiple winning tickets for more than $1,100 on a 20-cent return. And that yields a carryover moving forward to Friday, $1,344,572.88.
And that wraps up Thursday's action. We're back here tomorrow on Friday with a 9-race card, but we got the Stronach 5. And as I mentioned at the top of the show, this is a special 5-day week because we're running Monday on Memorial Day with a first race post of 1:15 p.m. It's going to be some week here at Gulfstream Park. Good night and good luck.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.